Welcome to my apartment. Come on in. Hey y'all, it's your girl Alana Reina, and I'm finally filming my long overdue apartment tour. If you've been following me for a while, you know I've been in Miami for over a year and a half, and I just moved to this unit like over 4 months ago, so we are long overdue, and I've been wanting to get everything perfect for you guys. So I'm going to show you everything in detail, open up drawers and cabinets so you can see everything I have. I'll give you guys details about where most of the things are from. If I haven't mentioned it, it's probably from Amazon, and I will link that below. So if there's anything you like, check there first, but then you can comment if you need to. So without further ado, come on, we're gonna start the tour over here. So this is my little kind of, not entryway cabinet, but obviously the first thing that you see when you walk in. And I have my beautiful Marshall speaker here, and this is like my baby. This was one of my first expensive purchases in my last studio apartment, and I love her. As an audiophile, a music person, we need good sound, so this is definitely a must. And this is old from Michaels. I had this in my last apartment, but I just feel like it's so perfect and so me, so I just kind of use it decoratively. And then we just have a couple little other decorations sprinkled in here. You'll see as we go through the apartment that it's very boho minimalist, but I do have some touches of Moroccan stuff because I am half Moroccan, so we had to rep. And obviously, as you can imagine, there's a lot of green in here, which you will see. So when you open this, I do have pots and pans in here. There wasn't really anywhere else to store them in the kitchen, so I just wanted a dedicated space where it wouldn't be a struggle to get them in and out because I do like to cook. So this has been very convenient and it just looks cute, so we love that. And moving on into the kitchen. Okay, so starting on the left side, we have my beautiful little matcha station. And if you know me, I'm always drinking matcha, so obviously we had to have a station dedicated to it. So I have this cute little tray set that I got from, I believe, Home Goods. This green thing and then the little bamboo part came together. This set is from Amazon, so that will be linked. These are also from Amazon, and it just everything I need. I keep my matcha up here along with spices and some health supplements and stuff like that, so it's easy access. And then over here on the other side of the microwave and the stove, we have some cooking supplies. These are also from Amazon. These were a gift from my aunt, but they're also from Amazon and super cute. And as promised, I'll show you guys inside of my cabinet. This is where I keep mugs, some storage containers, and just kind of a random assortment of stuff. And these are kind of all from different places, so I don't think I'll be able to really link any of this stuff, but if you have any specific questions about where anything is from, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer it. And then I think this is worth showing because this just proves how OCD I am. And last time I filmed a home video and mentioned I was OCD, I got a lot of talk back about me not having OCD, but we're gonna show you guys the nitty-gritty of having OCD, aka having a drawer of only your gold utensils. Only the gold stuff in here, and then the other mismatching stuff was banished to this drawer because it's ugly and it doesn't match. So we just have to keep it looking cute. Down here, I have all of my hand towels, cleaning towels, stuff like that. Underneath over there, I just have reusable shopping bags, so nothing really worth showing. And then moving down the counter, my beautiful green and gold toaster, which I literally spent $50 on just to make sure that I had not just the green, but the gold, instead of the other options that were cheaper, but not what I wanted because, again, OCD. And then I have this cute little Beast blender, which I don't use as much anymore, but I really love her. She's so convenient to just make your smoothie, put the top on, put in a straw, and then go upon your day. And when I was seeing clients all day, that was a must, being able to make a smoothie really quickly. So we love her. So on this side, I have more cups and my plateware. So I believe most of this is from Amazon. This is a mix of things. These are from Home Goods, and I have like a matching decorative thing on my counter, which I'll show you in a minute. These are also from Home Goods, and I absolutely love them. We love Evil Eye. You'll see more in the rest of the apartment. Up here, I don't know if you can see, I actually have a traditional Moroccan tea set from my grandma. This is from Morocco. So I keep that up there because I don't use it much, but I love that. And this I actually made in ceramics. So I did like a pottery class earlier this year, and this is one of the pieces I made. Let me show you guys the other ones I have. These are some of the other ones I made, and I'll show you guys in my bedroom. I think I have another piece, but just cute small little cups, and I love having stuff that I made myself. Okay, and then here I have my pantry items, which are very organized as I like. So I just like that I have a dedicated space to this. I know a lot of apartments don't. And honestly, I would be really strapped for space if I had to put all my food up in these cabinets. So glad I have this. And I also really like the amount of space I have in my fridge, which I don't need to show you because it's just food and stuff, but I also decorated it with some photos of me and my friends, so I can just have these nice memories to look at every time I go to open the fridge, which obviously is a lot. Okay, so this is kind of like the centerpiece, the heart of my kitchen, this island. This was one of the few like non-negotiables I had in apartments when I was looking, and originally the unit they showed me didn't have this, and I was completely writing off this apartment, and then they showed me another unit that did, and I was like, wait a second, I need to move in here. So I love that, and I love having this kind of like display in the middle where I can just put some stuff that is beautiful and like useful, I guess. So like over here I have this decorative little piece that matches the cups I just showed you. I really don't use it for that much, so I put like matchboxes in there, and then I put this coaster because I use it to put all the candles. So this is more form than function. But over here I have this cute little tray that I also got from Michael's years ago, and it just like has cute little monstera on it. And I put my Palo Santo because I like to light this in the morning and wave around my apartment, which if you see my vlogs, you've probably seen before. So this is kind of like where I start the day in the morning, my morning routines, my lemon water, my little Palo Santo, and then obviously matcha breakfast. So love the kitchen. This is definitely the heart of the apartment, and I love how green and like neat it is. Okay, so over here we have my like actual kind of entryway table, which I use for shoe storage because I have a lot of slides that I like to keep at the front so they're easy to access, because obviously I want to use them when I'm leaving the apartment. So I like having them here and not visible. And then this is also where I put my keys, or in my purse right now, but I typically keep them here. I also have a problem with lip products, lip glosses, and I don't want to keep them all in my purse, so I have them over here so I can grab whatever ones I want and go. And then this, I just have random bracelets that honestly I never use. So this is more decorative than anything. And so this is from Amazon. This mirror is from At Home, which I think went out of business, to be honest. So I don't know if you'll be able to buy this, but I love the like curved shape of it, like the teardrop shape. It's very Moroccan feeling to me, which again is very near and dear to my heart. So I love that I have that little accent in there. Okay, now we will go into the bathroom. Okay, so not too much to see here, but I love how spacious this bathroom is, and I feel like there's so much room for me to just like store all my stuff and be able to move around the bathroom without feeling cramped, which seems like something that wouldn't matter, but when you have a tiny bathroom, or you've had a tiny bathroom, you know what I'm talking about. And I love the shower. It's just so like luxe feeling. And I put this thing underneath the shower rod to store my stuff, which I just feel like goes with the whole aesthetic. That I believe is from Home Goods. But yeah, I don't know, I love the shower. I feel like it feels very luxurious. And I also love a tub because I like taking baths. I don't know about y'all, but I like to take a good bubble bath. And then over here, I just have a little shelf with some products that I want to display that I don't really use as much, but are like an easy reach if I need them, such as this dry brush. I made this little mood board, vision board at the beginning of the year, and I like being able to look at it every time I come in here. And then on the actual counter, I just have a few things to organize my products that I use daily. And then my favorite part of the bathroom is how much freaking storage there is. So I literally am a product hoarder. I have so many products in here, but they're all very organized, which I love. And I've also apparently become a towel hoarder because who needs this many towels? Although to be honest, I do use them. I go to hot yoga, I work out, so I always like to bring a towel to like shower after the class, and I'm always at the pool, the beach, so don't get on my case. I use these towels and I have a spot for them, so it's all good. Okay, so over here I have my little desk corner home office. Originally I was thinking I might do it in the little like den room in my apartment, but there's no windows in there, and when I was seeing clients full time, the last thing I wanted was to be sitting in a dark room all day. Like, it's already depressing enough sometimes sitting with clients and holding space for them. So I wanted it to feel lighter and just more enjoyable to be at my desk. And honestly, this space really brings me joy. I feel like it's very bright and colorful compared to the rest of my apartment. Even though, yes, it's mostly like green, pink, and pops of orange, I went for more of a muted beige, cream, sage green tone for the rest of the apartment. So this is where I have my little pops of color, and it just brings me joy. So I love sitting down and working here, and I just like the functionality of it. It can be like all in a corner. I have my calendar here. I have everything I need on the desk, my planner, my computer, coasters, all that stuff. So it's both functional and beautiful, and I love this desk that has the rattan drawers, and there's just plenty of space for me to store what I need in here. This is more of a junk drawer, but yeah, I just love how it looks, and I like that it's higher too. This is actually a standing desk, but I realized that I wanted to just use this tall chair and not like put it up and down, so I took off the ugly hardware and just left it at this height. But for some reason I feel more productive being at a tall desk. I don't know why, but I love it. So this is kind of like an in-between area between my home office and the living room, which I love because I think it like visually divides it. Now this shelf thing, I believe it's from Burrow, and it's so funny because they actually sent it to me for a collab, and I left it in the storage room where the packages are for like 4 months before I even got it. I don't know why, but then when I finally got it and put it together, I was like, I'm obsessed. Like, I love this, and I've gotten so many comments on it. I just feel like it's a perfect statement piece, and again, it just visually divides the room so well. And then underneath, I have this chair that really is like, doesn't have a place anymore, because in my old unit that was more or less the same as this apartment, there was a slightly different layout in the living room, so I was able to fit it in the corner. And then I had it in my bedroom for a while, but I will show you guys what I put there instead. So this chair is kind of homeless, but I think it kind of fits in here even if it doesn't make sense. And we're just gonna leave her for now. And then over here, I have this cute little side table, which I just really love how it fits in there so perfectly, but I also love that it has like the rattan feature on there. And this is just like my catch-all table for when I'm sitting on the couch, and very functional. So we love her also, both from Amazon. Okay, so now we are in the living room, and to be honest, the main reason I didn't film this right when I moved in, because I basically had most of this a few months after I moved in my first apartment, the other unit, but I didn't have anything on the walls, and I just feel like you can't have an apartment tour without living room wall decor. Don't ask me why I don't make the rules, but I finally eventually just painted my own because I knew what I wanted, and I could just match it to the color scheme that I wanted. So these I made myself, and I just feel like they go really well with the decor. This couch is from a local store called City Furniture. I got this couch for $800, which is amazing, and I love her. She's so comfortable and like chic looking, but I feel like it has like that amount of like squishiness that's comfortable, but it's not like those the cloud couches that just feel like it's just like sunken in. I feel like they start to look bad after like even a few months. So I'm glad I got this couch instead. And then the pillows are a combination of, I think, Target and then Home Goods, something like that. So I love the couch. I feel like it's very neutral, minimal, but it's very me and it's very comfortable. And then this I also used to have in the corner behind that chair. I had to move it over here. I love this lamp. I think it's from Wayfair, but I just love how like it matches my decor with the rattan, but I feel like it's kind of a statement piece, the fact that it like hangs over. And this is where I like to read a lot, so it's perfect at night. Just have the light over the book, and again, functional but also beautiful. So here I have this coffee table from Amazon, which unfortunately has a ton of water stains on it because it is not sealed or finished, and I think I may try to do that myself at some point, but have not gotten to it yet. On here, I just kept it kind of simple, but obviously very plant themed. This I actually made myself with air dry clay and paint. This is an incense holder, so I have a little hole here. This book I ordered from Amazon. This is from Amazon. Candle, I believe, is Whole Foods, and I just have some crystals on it, which obviously match the aesthetic, and I don't know, just think it's cute. Coffee table decor doesn't have to be functional, so I feel like it's perfect. Like, it has the functionality of the incense holder and the candle, but otherwise it's just cute and it matches the vibe. So on this side, obviously I have my TV, and ironically, I hated this TV when I first got it. My mom gifted this to me when I moved in. She insisted on this size. I thought it was way too big, but I'm so glad I have it now because I had been using a 32-inch TV for 10 years, which basically is like this. So I don't know how I was doing that for so long, but I definitely like the bigger size TV, and I feel like it fits perfectly on here. This is also from Amazon. I just have random stuff in here, like books and my like lap desk thing, so nothing really exciting to show. And then this stuff I'm probably not going to keep here. I just kind of put it here, ended up here. But I was debating if I wanted to mount this TV and have more space to decorate on this TV console, which I still may do, but I don't want to do it myself because this is drywall and I just haven't gotten around to having anyone do it. So for now, she will just sit here surrounded by plants and matching the whole plant vibe. So now we're in the bedroom. This is probably my favorite part of my apartment. I just think it's so pretty and it's so like calming and comforting. So let me show you around. Okay, so bed frame is from Amazon, and I just love how much is the aesthetic. I'm a little crazy on the rattan, but it just works. I love it. And then the bedding, like duvet set, is from Quince. I'm so obsessed with it. I spent a long time looking for bedding, so I highly recommend it. This is their linen bedding set. And then these are also from Amazon. I was inspired by Shayla Quinn's hanging lamps beside her bed. And she had ones, I think, from IKEA, but I saw these on Amazon and just thought they went so well with the decor. And then same with these. I believe these prints are from Desenio, but again, I wanted something that matched the color scheme, but it's giving like that Moroccan vibe. These are, again, not my photos. I ordered the prints, but I just think it ties everything together so perfectly, and I love them. Over here, nothing special except for my doggy. My precious baby. He lives at home with my family, but he's all of our baby. And these nightstands are from Amazon. This is where I keep obviously my like nighttime essentials and my journals in here for easy access. I also have this cute little clock that I keep on my bedstand. I don't use an alarm clock to wake up, so whenever I wake up, I just look at what time it is and decide if I need to get up or not. But I do like that it has a temperature and humidity gauge on it. And it is very humid right now in Miami, so it's been hitting almost 80% humidity, which is insane. So I can track that with this. And then I'll show you guys the closet. So initially I really wanted a walk-in closet, but I decided that it wasn't a non-negotiable enough to not take this apartment. I had seen a few others that did have walk-in closets, but I just didn't like the apartment as much. And between this one and the one in the den, which you'll see at the end, it's the same size, so two of these, I'm like, I can make it work. Like, this is enough storage. I think I'll be fine. Also, I have still a lot of clothes back home in Maryland that I just left there because they're like warmer winter clothes I don't need as much. So I didn't need like a crazy amount of storage. Although I guess to some people, two of these might be crazy. So this is like my main clothing, and then I'll show you guys what I have in the other one once we go in there. Okay, so on this side, I have full-length mirror, which I take my selfies in, and my dresser with all the beautiful little decorations that I have on it. And this wall situation took a long time to finalize, so that was also a thing I was like waiting on. But a few months ago, finally finished it by getting this floating shelf from Amazon and being able to kind of hang stuff and just complete like the wall section. These I also painted. Again, they just go along with the aesthetic really well. Just have some random stuff hung as decoration, so like these bracelets and necklaces and this little fan. And then I have all my jewelry organized here. Obviously you can see what all this stuff is. I have a whole YouTube video explaining the story behind this bag, so make sure you go watch that. But after all I went through to get this bag, I wanted to make sure that she was on display so I can get my money's worth out of her. She's definitely a decorative piece and matches the aesthetic, so why not? And then over here, I believe I got this at Home Goods, but another just like cute Moroccan vibe kind of piece, and I just feel like it goes well here. This is a thing that I told you I replaced the chair with. I did have the chair in this corner and didn't really serve a purpose other than putting my extra pillows on at night when I went to bed, which actually is really nice because again, OCD, I'm not putting my pillows on the floor. And I like that I can use this to display little like capsule collections or just stuff that matches the decor. Currently, I have my Rent the Runway pieces for the collab I'm doing with them, so I'm going to shoot some content with this, but I just love having this here. I feel like it completes the room really well. I wish I could keep this bag. It's so me, so Tropicolana. It's a stud bag and it has like a cute bird of paradise on it, so figured I would use her as decor while I have her for now. Okay, popping in here to show y'all a little update. I did end up getting a new garment rack that I like so much better. There's way more room on the bottom, and this matches my nightstands perfectly, and I have so much other rattan in my apartment, even right next to it, and I like the height of it. I like that it's all wooden, even the rod, instead of having that like ugly silver metal. I was not a fan. And I was just gonna show y'all this update when I swapped out some stuff in another vlog for like more fall decor, but I had to show y'all with my tropical little capsule collection from Rent the Runway. She was so cute. I've worn all the pieces. Well, I didn't really wear this one, but I did take content in it. And I just loved this cute little collection. I love this bag so much. She's so me. So this is the last little look with this before I return this stuff and get new clothing for fall. But I'm so excited to share this with y'all because I love this one so much. So over here in this corner, we have some more decorative pieces like this purse wall, which I just did a few months ago, and I love her. I have a lot of purses that I don't wear as much, but they're very like decorative. So again, I feel like I might as well use them as decoration. And then obviously I had to put a plant in this corner. I love birds of paradise, and this just seemed like a perfect place for it. And then here in this little corner, I do have another little plant. And then my essential oil diffuser, which is from Target. And again, it has that kind of like wood grain vibe at the bottom, so I feel like it matched. And this is empty, but just a cute little crochet tissue holder to round out this nightstand. I totally forgot this when my friend was helping me film, but on this little strip of wall between the bedroom and the bathroom, I have my little Evil Eye Hamsa corner, I guess you can call it, which are from a collection of different places. This candle down here is from Whole Foods. I actually have a few candles from this brand around my apartment, which I'm obsessed with. They smell really good and the designs are beautiful. And I have obviously lit this one before, but I just like to leave it here as decoration. So I want to leave the last little bit in there. And then this one in the middle is from my meme, aka my grandma from Morocco. And then this one, my cousin gifted me as a housewarming from Israel while she was still living there. And ironically, when she gave that to me, I also had bought one of these to give to her. And we gave them to each other and we're like, what the heck? So yeah, same mind, same vibe. But I love this little strip of wall, and I feel like it goes so well with the other Moroccan and like Evil Eye type decor in my apartment. And it's just the perfect thing for this little strip of wall. Have laundry, washer dryer. Honestly, there's nothing bad I can say about this. I have seen people shitting on this specific model of washer and dryer online Like, I have a washer and dryer in my apartment. What am I gonna complain about? This is amazing for me, so no complaints there. And then this last but I guess kind of least is the den, which again, like I said, a lot of people use as a home office or like extra bedroom. I kind of use it as just like a storage room mishmash because as you can see with all my stuff in here, there's not really enough room for me to actually put furniture. And then I have a big queen size air mattress. So the few times I do have guests, if I were to have stuff in here, there wouldn't be room for it. So I kind of figured it would just be more worth it to be able to use it as storage to get stuff I don't have room for in the rest of my apartment out of the way and keep it kind of organized. And then when I do have a guest, I can put stuff to the side and give them a full room to kind of make their own. So I feel like it works. And also at this point, I just really don't want to spend the money on buying stuff for this when I may not have this like type of space in my next place. So it works. And then like I said, this is the second closet. So this is mainly stuff I don't wear as much. Sneakers I wear, I don't know, from time to time, probably more than the heels, but honestly, I don't wear my sneakers as much as I did back home. So these babies need more love. But yeah, just more of my clothes and then random stuff. And this is like bedding for when I have guests. So it is functional. I like having this space. I'm very grateful to have the extra space because again, otherwise it would be cluttering the rest of my apartment, which OCD Alana would not be a fan of. Okay, and that is my apartment. I hope you loved it and love the space as much as I do. If you have any questions about where anything is from, please let me know. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you where I live, what apartment it is, so don't ask, but I hope you'll come back for more content and updates on my apartment and vlogs, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!